everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Lauren. Today we are doing another vlog style video because this week I'm going to show you how to meal prep. And meal prepping is just so fun, it's so simple. I'm meal prepping in order to control my calories so that I can eventually lose weight. Other people, they also meal prep just to have different meals on hand, but my diet is going to be very strict. So yeah, meal prepping is very simple, it's very easy, but it's very tedious and it requires a lot of science and math. So you gotta have some knowledge. I would say you would have to already have some knowledge of knowing how to cook and cooking times and cooking speeds and stuff like that in order to meal prep. Nevertheless, I think it's going to be really simple. I'm going to give you guys a lot of tips to follow so that you can be very successful when you're meal prepping at home. I did want to go over a few different things before you get started. There are at least 3 tips that you need, or 3 steps that you need to follow before you even get in the kitchen. Very first thing is create a menu. Creating a menu will help you stay on track when you go to meal prep, when you go to get your groceries. You know what it is. You'll know what it is that you want to get from the grocery store. This week for breakfast, I'm having 2 boiled eggs, 2 slices of turkey bacon, and then a slice of 15-grain bread with a little bit of smeared avocado. For my first snack, I'm going to have a banana. For lunch, it's going to be grilled chicken breast and vegetables, which is roasted broccoli. Second snack is going to be a small cup of Mott's applesauce. For dinner, we are having roasted shrimp salad. So the roasted shrimp salad is going to be roasted shrimp over romaine with roasted corn, tomato, and onion. And we're going to have that with a cilantro lime dressing. So as you can see, even though I'm meal prepping, I'm still keeping it fun and flavorful. That is tip number 2. If you're going to meal prep, you don't want to eat the same things and have them taste bland. You want them to have a lot of flavor. I can eat boiled eggs, turkey bacon, and avocado all the time for breakfast, so that's not going to be a challenge for me. So that's tip number 1. Create your menu. Tip number 2, keep your menu flavorful and fun. Tip number 3, what you're going to do next is that you're going to take everything on your menu and multiply it out by however many days you're meal prepping for. So I meal prep for 2 weeks. However, I'll only prepare food for 1 week at a time. So every Sunday, which is today, and that's why I look like I just woke up because it is 7:42 in the morning and I am about to get started with all this. So I'll do 2 eggs times 7 days a week, which is 14, and then 14 times 2 because we're going to cook for next week as well. So 14 times 2 is 28. So I'll get 28 eggs from the grocery store. And you'll just continue to do that throughout your menu until you figure out how many of each item you need to get. Tip number 4, go to the grocery store. So that's your next step, is to go to the grocery store and pick up every single item that you put on your list. That'll be simple because you already have a set number of things, a set number of items that you'll get. You'll just go in the grocery store, pick it up, and you're done. I find that meal prepping is much cheaper than regular grocery shopping because it usually, well, my meal prep at least includes a lot of fruits and vegetables, which in produce is very, very cheap. So yeah, I find it to be less expensive for my bill, on my monthly bill. But yeah, those are all 4 tips. Create a menu, make your menu flavorful. What was number 3? Oh, multiply and add up all the items that you need. And then number 4, go to the grocery store. So now that I've told you how to pretty much get started, we're going to head into the kitchen and get started on our very first thing. Here's another tip. Start cooking with the items that need to be cooled down before refrigeration. So those items on my menu are going to be the boiled eggs, the shrimp, as well as the chicken. The chicken I'm going to cook on the grill later, and we're going to go outside on the grill. But the boiled eggs, you want those to be cold or room temperature before you put them in the fridge, as well as the shrimp. You don't want to put hot shrimp over a cold salad. So we're going to get started with those items first so that we can set those aside and have them cool down before we start assembling all of our food. I'm starting out by putting a big pot of water on the stove, and that's going to be for my eggs. I'm going to wait for that to come up to a boil. And then for my shrimp, I'm going to preheat my oven to 450 degrees because that's how we're going to roast the shrimp and get them to be nice and plump. When you're meal prepping, try to use a bunch of different cooking methods so that you're not using all of the burners on the stove, because then it gets like hot in your house and you're burning stuff and you can't keep an eye on stuff. So try to switch it up. Use the stove top, use the grill if you have a grill outside, use the oven, use the microwave. So many different things that you can use in the kitchen. I forgot to mention, we're not only going to make the boiled eggs and the shrimp, we're also going to make the turkey bacon, the turkey sausage, and what else? And the roasted corn, because all of those things need to be cool before we assemble our food. We got all of our shrimp right here on a baking sheet, and I just sprayed the baking sheet with Pam and lined it with some aluminum foil. Now I'm going to season it very lightly with salt, pepper, and olive oil. These are going to cook for like a good 8 to 10 minutes. We got the eggs in the hot water, and you saw me ladle them in with this so that I wouldn't crack the eggs as I was placing them in the pot. I have had too much experience with that, and then I just get so frustrated because it's so hard to peel them once they're all cracked, and it's just a mess. So try to ladle them in. And the reason that I boil the water first is because I find that my boiled eggs come out better when I boil the water first and then put the eggs in second. You could have put all the eggs in the pot first and then filled it up with water, but I just find that sometimes my eggs, they get like rubbery, and it's hard to peel the shell off. So wait for the water to boil first and then add in your eggs. Next, we're going to get started on roasting the corn. So I got two different types of corn here. I went to the grocery store and bought this kind, but this was already in my freezer. So I'm going to use, I'm just going to mix and match. I have a huge pan over here getting nice and hot. I have it on really high heat, as you can see. And I'm not going to add anything to the pan, no butter, no olive oil, because I really want the corn to just get nice and charred and a little black, so that way it's roasted, and I'm not going to add any additional seasonings in it or anything like that. One, because I don't want to increase on any more calories, and then two, because corn is already sweet and flavorful, so I don't need to add salt and pepper or anything like that to it. Our shrimp are done, so I just put them on a cutting board so that they can stop cooking. And then I'm gonna replace the aluminum foil on this, put another piece of aluminum, and I'm gonna put my turkey bacon on here, and it's gonna go back into the oven. By the way, this is the turkey bacon that I use, It's the Walmart brand Sam's Choice, and I really love it because it's nice and thick and it smells like real bacon, and it's very hearty. It doesn't get like thin and crispy like other bacon. So everything is officially out of the oven and cooling off. We got our roasted shrimp here, roasted corn, the turkey bacon, turkey sausage, and all of the boiled eggs that took me forever to peel. So now I'm just going to give this at least an hour or two for them to completely cool down and be at room temperature, because here's another tip that I kind of mentioned to you guys earlier. You cannot put hot foods, first and foremost, you can't put hot foods on top of cold foods, so like the shrimp on top of the salad and stuff like that. But then also when you try to put like the hot food in the meal prep container, then it's like condensation on the top of the container, and then stuff can get like mushy and nasty. So it really is worth it to let all of your items cool completely down before you assemble the rest of your foods. All we really have left to cook is the chicken, which I'm going to make later, and then like the produce to cut up to put in the salads. I'm gonna do that a little bit later as well. So we're done for right now. Take a break, relax a little bit, and then we'll get started grilling the chicken and assembling the salads later. I went to the grocery store and I got the broccoli, but I was so upset because they only had broccoli crowns. So now I have to cut my own broccoli florets. That is another tip. Whatever you can buy that's already pre-sliced, pre-cut, anything like that, it'll make your life so much easier, because meal prepping already takes a lot of time. And like, if I can save time by having broccoli florets that are already cut, then I can concentrate my time on doing something else. So, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I did with the what was it, the what did I roast? Oh, the shrimp. I can't remember what I roasted. That's crazy. I'm gonna do the exact same thing that we did with the shrimp. I'm gonna do some salt, pepper, and garlic, and then I'm gonna also smear on or drizzle on some olive oil and fresh lemon. Okay, some fresh lemon juice. Make sure I don't get no seeds in there. And just drizzle that all over the broccoli. This is gonna go into the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes until the broccoli is fork tender. The last thing that we need to prep before we go out to the grill are our salads. So I'm gonna cut the romaine lettuce lengthwise and then cut it across. There we go. These are the meal prep containers that I use. I get these from Walmart. It's by, let me put it together so you can see. It's by the Mainstay brand, which is a Walmart brand. They give you 30 containers and lids, and y'all, it's only $10. So that's why I like to use this one, because they're cheap. Now when I lived in Maryland, I could buy these at Giant, but Giant will only give you, I think, 20 for $7 or $8. So those are two places that I know that you can find these exact containers. You can also find containers like this on Amazon as well. They have like really cute salad bowls on Amazon, but I should have bought those. Those would have been so cute. Yeah, but if I can find the link, then I'll link them down below for Walmart. I'm not gonna be able to find it online for Giant, but Walmart I'll definitely will. And then I'll link the ones for Amazon as well, because they're really, really cute. And then, oh, one more thing. For my salad dressing, I use these containers, and these are from Walmart as well. They're just like a 25 count, and I think these were $4. You can find them at Giant as well, and like I said, I'll link them down below. salads are done, right? There they go. So I try to keep ours separate in the fridge so that we know whose is who. So usually for the dinner meal, I don't put that in a in meal prep containers because we're going to be home, so it's no use in putting them in the containers. I'll just keep all the chicken in like one bowl and then all the veggies in one bowl, and then as we eat dinner each night, I'll portion it out. So there's a tip if you want to save on containers. So Henry's going to be out of town this week for work, and he would have eaten 3 dinner meals while he's out. So I'm putting these 3 in containers. For today, I've already portioned out the broccoli, and then like I said, the rest is just going to go in a big bowl, and you know, we'll just eat off of it this week. Hey everybody, so it's a whole nother day, and I just wanted to show you guys what our meal prep turned out looking like. Now, I didn't show you guys the chicken because I went outside and it started raining. Like, it was just my luck that it started raining when I went out there to make the chicken, so I just put it under the broiler and cooked it. But I want to show you guys our fridge and what it looks like when we're on a meal prep. So here are all of our lunches. That's the salads that we meal prepped, as you can see. And then in here is more roasted broccoli that we're going to eat this week. And then, oop, I dropped it on the floor. I put my turkey bacon in here because, like I said, for breakfast and for dinner, we don't use these containers since we're home. So I put my pre-cooked turkey bacon in here. Henry's turkey sausage is in that container there. In this big container right here, this is all of our chicken that I made. So if you can see through there, that's where all the chicken is. And then the boiled eggs are up here in this container. This is just some extra corn that we had left. But as you guys can see, when it comes to meal prepping, I condensed this video to be under 20 minutes. But when I tell y'all, meal prepping is serious business. It's definitely going to take you some hours, especially when you start out meal prepping for the very first time. I would recommend setting aside the entire day. Not that you're going to take the entire day to meal prep, but until you get the hang of it and get the hang of like cooking what foods at what times and what you can cook first and what you can pre-cut and stuff like that, until you can get the hang of that, it's going to take you a little while to meal prep. But I hope you guys enjoyed this special episode of Cooking with Lon. I really hope that you guys learn how to meal prep or learn something from this video that you did not know before. So I'll see you guys next week, same time, same place, different recipe.